a rainbow layout. Third one. Third one in 20 years. Now, I did this layout because I joined in on a National Scrapbooking Day not a hop. It was a competition. It was a challenge. So Crazy Craft Obsessions here in Australia had a challenge. There were 6 challenges put down every 2 hours, and I thought, you know what, I haven't done anything like that ever. So you know what, I'm going to do it. See what happens. And I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised, and I won too. So that was really good. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm using my cheap Mart paints. These paints are insanely pigmented. I didn't realize when I bought these. These only cost me like $10 at a $2 shop. Like they were cheap. The paint set comes with 2 layers on it, and you've kind of got your really bright colours, and then you've got your earthy tones in the one paint set. And when I say bright, man, these things pack a punch. They're really, really bright. So this isn't the lighting changing anything. This is what they're like in real life. It's awesome. So now, obviously, it's a rainbow layout. I love rainbows, yes, but I don't use them much because everyone seems to do them. However, when I said to myself, you know what, commit, do it, put yourself out there, do the challenge, and see what happens. And I really enjoyed it. But what I decided to do, I did a couple of pages, and then I thought, you know what, why don't I just pop the camera on and just record what I'm doing? No pressure, no process, no sort of planning the video out. Just do it. And I tell you what, geez, I had fun. I had fun. It was really good. It was Mother's Day. I did I do any on Mother's Day? I don't think I did. Mother's Day I didn't do anything, but I watched some videos and stuff, and basically it was pretty much all Monday. I did 2 on Saturday, and then Monday was it Monday? Oh, I can't remember. I've lost my days, people. Okay, so what did I do here? So obviously I painted a rainbow. That will come back in a minute. But I jumped on my Cricut and I jumped on Design Space. Now, I do pay for the subscription every month so that I have access to all the Cricut everything. So all the fonts, all the cut files, it doesn't matter what I want to use. It's literally at my beck and call, and I don't have to pay anything extra for it. So what I did is I jumped on and I created 3 different text boxes in Design Space. And I used 3 different fonts. I used Cozy, I used Highlight Standard, and I used Bikini Bake. Now, I will put that in the description in case you really like one of these fonts, and I'll write next to it which one was which. And I absolutely loved how this turned out. Once I cut it in white, I also did a 0.83 offset. Now, to explain what that is, if you don't have a Cricut, when I say that I create an offset, what it does is it's like you draw a bubble around every letter and every word. So you then essentially, once you take this, if you take these words and you just put them on the page, that looks fine. But I didn't want my rainbow to blend in with my rainbow. So I needed something between the two so that the words would stand out. Obviously, the white words are going to stand out, but I really wanted it to pop. Now, this is part of my style at the moment. This seems to be something I'm going through. I'm doing it a lot, and it's because it's very pleasing to my eye. When it comes to scrapbooking, something I really want to stress, because I do have a few new scrapbookers that have come along and subscribed to my channel, which I super, super, super appreciate, because the reason I do this is I want to help people fall in love with the craft that I love so much. And I want to show you how easy it is. Sometimes, like this particular layout, yes, obviously I've used my Cricut, which is a considerable outlay. You can use your Cricut with a smartphone. You don't need a computer to use a Cricut. So if you want to outlay and buy a Cricut, you can use your smartphone to work the Cricut. You can use your iPad. I use my laptop personally because last year my husband was so sweet and he bought me a brand new MacBook Air. So I use that. I do enjoy using the iPad with my pencil, but I do find myself going to the computer the most. Now, because the software does look slightly different on different platforms. So I have, I just prefer it that way. Now, all of that being said, other than the Cricut, this page comes together, and I think the dearest thing I put on this page was the stickles. And that wasn't even expensive. That was, I end up using the Stickles Moon Dust Glitter Gel on my rainbow. And wow, I love that stuff. I actually coloured it with some distress inks in another video, which when it dried, it was so bright. I love it. It's so nice. I don't know what else you could, I'm not sure what else you could actually colour it with, but given that it's water-based, I'm guessing anything water-based. So, I don't know. I'll have to have a play. Would anyone be interested? Put a comment below. Would you be interested in me doing any videos that where I'm just playing to see what results happen? It might work, it might not. Might say, hey, look, don't waste your supplies trying this because this is the result you get and it didn't work. Is that something you guys would be interested in? Sort of like a quick how-to or a quick explain, you know, just some short videos, not long ones like a process video, something like that. So here's the stickles. Now, originally I grabbed this one, which is called, hang on, I'll find what, I did grab Nebula, but I put it back and grabbed Moon Dust because Nebula's got stars in it, and you don't have stars when you have a rainbow. So I know I'm that anal when it comes to stuff like this. That's all right. I do have OCD, FYI, in case anyone's curious. I do have OCD, and it does bug me when things aren't uniform. I buy everything in twos. That's why I was really frustrated a few weeks ago when I made a page, because I always buy my papers in twos. Always. And I think when you order from someone like this particular company, this was Crazy Craft Obsessions that I did this layout for. And, well, it was for the competition, that the challenges that they were running. And I think when you order from people that are small business and they get to know that you order things, they will actually spot, it hasn't happened to me yet, but for example, this particular company, because they're, you know, it's just Jacques and Cassandra, Cass, I don't know what she goes by, Cassandra. They're the only two that I see. They may have other people behind the scenes, but they will obviously notice that whenever I order paper, I always buy 2 of it. So if I forget and I've only ordered 1, the thing I love about small business is they would pick that up and go, hang on, this is Karen. She always orders 2. Why has she only ordered 1? Chuck me a quick message and bingo, yep, stuffed up, send me 2. Because that's just who I am. I always do that. I like to do that so if I get an idea in my head and I cut it wrong, I've got a backup. That's my thing. That's what I do. Does that mean I end up with a lot of supplies? Yep. Do I use them all? Yep. No point in having supplies if you don't use them. So here you can see my offset. See the black? See how it's ever so slightly bigger? That's the 0.83 offset. And you can see with the rainbow, by the way, I did leave that on the Cricut mat when I painted it. It's not actually, that's not actually the Cricut one. A few weeks ago, I bought some cheaper, I don't even know, it doesn't even have a brand. It's just, they look like Cricut mats. They're thicker, they're not as flexible, blah, blah, blah. So I'm using those to hold my things while I paint them, while I do whatever it is I want to do with them. Now, I love how this pops. It just pops. It looks so, I just love it. It actually makes me feel happy when I see it. It's so nice. I love it. Now, what else was I going to say to you? My subscribers. I really would like to put out a bit of a challenge for you. If you've subscribed and you know one other person that loves scrapbooking, I would love it if you could send them over to watch some of my one of my videos, some of my videos, maybe subscribe while they're there. That will help the YouTube algorithm in offering my page to other people when they're searching for scrapbooking. So it just helps out the algorithm. That I don't get paid, I don't have any affiliates, I don't do any of that. I do this purely because I love it. Oh, did you see the scissors? Okay, this is something I have to tell you. This is super important. I bought the 9-inch Tim Holtz scissors, and I've also got the mini snips. Nobody has told me this. I have really bad rheumatoid arthritis, okay? In my hands, wrists, blah, blah, blah. I did not know. The Tim Holtz scissors are flexible. So where you cut, the bit where you put your fingers through, it's flexible. And they don't hurt your hands. If you're on here and you've seen people using the Tim Holtz scissors, the only reason I bought the small ones to start with, thinking they might be a really good pair of scissors for fussy cutting. Now I've bought the big ones. I am highly, highly, highly recommending, if you are up for buying new scissors, buy the Tim Holtz scissors, because they are flexible and they do not hurt your hands. And they've got a tiny micro serrating on them, so you have more control. They are amazing. I swear to God, no, I've never ever heard someone say that they're flexible. It's crazy. They are flexible and they are amazing. I do know that Crazy Craft Obsessions does have those scissors in their shop. I'm not sure what size they are, because I know they come in 3 different sizes. So, but if you want to pop over there and have a look, these scissors, game changer. Especially if you have arthritis in your hands. So I will pop everything into the description below, everything that I've mentioned. This is me just holding down the glue so it all goes flat. And now I'm going to, oh no, that's right. I did do a small border with, I've been using my POSCA pens a little bit more of late. So this is a 0.7mm black POSCA pen, and it just needed that extra little touch. So here's the close-up. If you've stuck with me all this time, thank you so, so much. I really, really appreciate it. If you could like, subscribe before you leave. Then you will know when I load up more videos. This week we will be having a video every single day. So, thank you so much for watching. And there's my close-up. And enjoy. Have an amazing day. And don't get too wet if you're in Queensland. Thanks, guys. Bye.